Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a really interesting topic: the differences between Seventh-day Adventist and Catholic beliefs on the Sabbath. Now, this isn't about debating who's right or wrong, but more about understanding where each group is coming from. So sit back, relax, and let's explore it together. Start with what the Sabbath actually is. In the Bible, the Sabbath is a day of rest, originally established by God after creation. He worked for 6 days, and then rested on the seventh. That seventh day, Saturday, was set apart as holy. It's a day meant to stop, reflect, worship, and rest. Now, for Seventh-day Adventists, the Sabbath is a really big deal. They believe it should be observed on Saturday, just like the Bible originally states. For them, this isn't just a tradition. It's a commandment straight from God that has never been changed. They see Sabbath keeping as a sign of loyalty and faithfulness to God. Catholics, on the other hand, honor the Sabbath too, but they observe it on Sunday. That's because they believe Jesus rose from the dead on a Sunday, which marked the beginning of a new creation. So, for Catholics, Sunday became the Lord's Day, a day to worship, go to Mass, and rest. Now, here's where the main difference lies. Which day is the true Sabbath? Seventh-day Adventists are very clear. They say, the seventh day of the week, Saturday, is the real Sabbath. They believe the change to Sunday worship came from human tradition, not from God. In their view, honoring the Sabbath on Saturday is a sign of staying true to God's original law. Catholics see it differently. They believe the Church has authority, given by Jesus, to guide Christians, including making decisions about worship. So moving the main day of worship to Sunday isn't seen as breaking God's law, but as living out the new life we have in Christ, who rose from the dead on that day. Let's break that down a bit more. For Adventists, the 10 Commandments are still in full effect, including the fourth one that says to remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. They say there's no verse in the Bible that says the Sabbath was changed from Saturday to Sunday, so they continue to rest and worship on Saturday. Catholics agree that the 10 Commandments matter, but they focus more on the spirit of the law rather than the exact letter. They believe Sunday worship still fulfills the purpose of the Sabbath, worshiping God, resting from work, and coming together in community. Another thing to note is how each group practices the Sabbath. Adventists usually avoid work, avoid secular activities, and focus fully on spiritual things from Friday sunset to Saturday sunset. It's a quiet, sacred time. No shopping, no parties, no distractions. It's about reconnecting with God and with family. Catholics, on the other hand, are expected to attend Mass on Sunday, and they're encouraged to rest and spend time with loved ones. But their observance is a little more flexible, as long as they make time for God and keep the day special. The details can vary. Some Adventists even believe that in the end times, the Sabbath will become a major test of faith. They say that standing up for Saturday Sabbath, even if the world pushes Sunday worship, will show true obedience to God. Catholics don't see the Sabbath in quite that way. For them, the important thing is to live a life rooted in Christ, whether it's Sunday, Monday, or any other day. Worship isn't limited to one day a week, though Sunday is sacred. And let's not forget, both groups love and serve God. Even though they worship on different days, their goal is the same: to honor God, to follow Jesus, and to grow in faith. Sometimes we get so caught up in differences that we forget how much we actually have in common. One thing's for sure: the Sabbath matters. Whether it's Saturday or Sunday, it's a gift, a chance to pause, breathe, rest, and refocus on what really matters. In our busy world, that's something we all need. No matter what day we call Sabbath. So, here's a thought. Maybe instead of arguing over the day, we should ask ourselves, are we truly resting in God? Are we taking time to stop, be still, and draw closer to Him? That's the heart of the Sabbath. No matter what day we observe it. At the end of the day, Seventh-day Adventists and Catholics may not agree on when the Sabbath is, but both believe in worship, rest, and living a life that honors God. That's something worth thinking about. Alright, friends, that's it for today's deep dive. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And hey, drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you observe the Sabbath? What does it mean to you? I'd love to hear your perspective. Until next time, take care of yourselves, stay curious, and as always, God bless, and I'll see you in the next one.